This video is very important to me because it really reshaped my whole life. And it is simple diet adjustments that you can make, which make a huge difference. And okay, so you can call me several things, but one thing you can't call me is fat. As an athletic person, I'd like to share my tips so that you too can have control over your health. First off, very easy one, yet everybody skips it. Eat breakfast. Now, I don't mean the typical, classic American breakfast where you stuff your face with pancakes, syrup, and bacon. I'm talking about eat a nutritious, healthy, robust meal at the beginning of the day. Maybe not even robust. You don't need something fancy. Just get some calories inside you. Start the day off right. If you wait too long to eat, you're going to end up eating more at night. You're going to get hungry before bed, and you do not want your calories before you go to sleep because you're just not going to burn them off. You can eat before bed, but you don't want to get the majority of your calories at night. So my biggest tips for breakfast foods: oatmeal, super cheap, super healthy. Buy it in bulk. Another idea, always eat citrus, grapefruit. Grapefruit's my favorite. I like oranges, and really any fruit will do. Bananas are okay, they're not ideal. And also, maybe go with something that's not a typical breakfast food. Maybe try like greens, What's wrong with broccoli in the morning? I've had it before. So eat breakfast, lots of fruit. My next tip is to have whole ingredients. Now, when you look at the packaging of a lot of products, maybe I'll put one on the screen, the products have tons of ingredients. And all of these ingredients are difficult to read because they're such large words that are just incomprehensible. You get monosodium glutamate and things like that. Most people don't know what that is. Whenever you see a large number of ingredients, there's a lot of room for manipulation. Now, oftentimes they'll put multiple ingredients that are all sugar. You'll see corn syrup, you'll see high fructose corn syrup, you'll see cane sugar, you'll see all kinds of stuff. Nectar is another one you'll see, like all kinds of words for the same thing. So look out for that. Look out for salt and artificial ingredients. And all this stuff is really bad for you if you have too much of it. Go for whole ingredients: sweet potatoes, mushrooms, fish, just whole ingredient, one single word, no room for deception. Go for unprocessed foods. Foods which are processed tend to be less natural. Your body's not ready to digest them so easily. When you have whole ingredients in their natural form, your body has evolved over millions of years, if not billions, to handle the food in the casing that it naturally comes in. So you take vitamin C pills, right? Well, you're better off just having less vitamin C, but from a natural source, because your body can incorporate more of it. You just take vitamin C pills and you pee it out. So whole ingredients, one of the most important diet tips. Next one is don't focus on the carbs, fats, proteins paradigm. Now, this is a false paradigm. You could have an equal amount of all three and still have a very unhealthy diet. There's good carbs and bad carbs, whatever, good fats and bad fats. So like avocado, although it has fats in it, it will not make you fat. The fats are very healthy for you. Take, for example, walnuts, one of the most healthy fatty foods you can possibly eat. I recommend walnuts for omega-3 fatty acids and other natural vitamins. So yeah, don't focus on that. And another thing I'll say is don't focus on calories. Gasoline produces a lot of calories. The definition of calorie is just something that can increase a certain quantity of water by 1 degree. I forget exactly how much it is, but calorie is just a form of energy. So if you're only paying attention to your calories, you're not really getting much information from that research. Calories will give you a general idea of where you are in as far as how much you've eaten for the day. But some foods are really bad for you and have very few calories. Some foods are very good for you and have a lot of calories. You really have to focus more on nutrient density and less on caloric count. So yeah, that goes into my next tip, which is eat nutrient-dense foods. So if you eat a lot of foods which aren't dense in nutrients, you're still going to be hungry because your body's going to crave those nutrients no matter how many calories you eat. And another good thing about nutrient-dense foods with a wide variety of nutrients is you'll get the whole variety. You don't need to make a list of every single micronutrient that you need, and no, just eat a lot of nutrient-dense foods and you're going to have more than enough. My next tip is to have a nice variety of the food types. Now, I don't know many people that eat a lot of mushrooms. Really, most people don't eat them. I can name a bunch of mushrooms that I eat all the time, like hen of the woods, lion's mane mushrooms, shiitake, trumpet mushrooms. That's just a few. Definitely add high quality dairy, unpasteurized milk. While some people don't believe it's safe, it's the real way to drink milk. What else? Like seafood. Not everybody eats seafood every day, and I'm not talking about just like fish sticks. You're not going to get much nutrient density from that. I'm talking about like wild caught tuna, wild caught sardines, things like that. And definitely have lots of nuts and legumes. Peanuts are just plain basic decent foods, but there's all kinds of different ones like macadamia nuts, almonds are good, walnuts are a favorite, and of course fruits and vegetables. And free-range meats, organic especially, if you can get your hands on some of that. Organic, free-range, local beef is some of the best food that you can possibly get. You'll get lots of good vitamins, lots of protein. And I know there's a lot of hype around vegetarianism and veganism, and while those lifestyles do carry some merit, they're really a bit too rigid and narrow to be ideal. So beyond vegetarianism and veganism, there is a more complete diet you can have. So my final tip is add your own spices. Get acquainted with what's out there. Cumin is awesome. Onion powder and garlic powder, really good. I even like to add whole garlic. I like to buy organic pickled garlic, and I just chop it up. Throw it on the pan with my mushrooms. Oh, so good. Add some kale. Maybe I'll do some videos about recipes sometime. Yeah, chipotle powder and just all kinds of good stuff out there. Don't rely on sugar and salt for all your flavoring, and always avoid foods with artificial dyes and artificial flavoring. Now, I'm not always going to say that the dyes and the flavoring are terrible for you. I mean, there's a lot of links to that in cancer. But let's say they don't cause cancer. If nothing else, they're just deceptive. They're tricking you into thinking you're eating something robust. I once did a video called The Food Police, and I'll link to it, I guess, somewhere. I don't know. I don't really care to promote it, but they'll trick you into eating empty calories. So those are my simple diet tips, which will make a huge difference in your life. It's a high consciousness approach to dieting. And those simple tips, if you follow them, you're going to find you're getting sick a lot less. You're going to find that you feel a lot better, and you're able to push your own limits further. Thank you for watching.